Will liquor get expensive? Will it get cheaper is something that weighs on a lot of people's mind. But it appears now with molasses getting cheaper and with extra neutral alcohol, one of the components of alcohol outside of the ambit of GST, alcohol prices, if not going to get cheaper, will stabilize.
So I think, Shweta, ENA, of course, is extra neutral alcohol, is an essential component that goes into alcohol, right? Because that is the core alcohol. So, so no GST on that, or GST getting removed from ENA obviously gives a greater input benefit to alcohol manufacturers. So overall, the cost of manufacturing with account to the taxes outgoing on ENA obviously reduced. So that is good news. Molasses, a key ingredient for rum as an alcohol category. So GST reduction from 28% to about 8% on molasses is again good news for for rum makers, definitely. Now, how much of this will actually translate to customers, to end users and buyers of alcohol is something that we'll actually have to wait and see, because it's not necessary that an input advantage that you get often translates to output cost benefit for the end consumer. But overall, I think the challenge still remains that why is it that India has kept alcohol, the retail level alcohol, outside of the ambit of GST? Obviously, because it is a great revenue of great source of revenue for states, and states do not want to share that revenue with the center. And there hasn't been any consensus over the last 6 years, 7 years that GST has been around on any sort of consensus between states and the center to keep alcohol under the GST net. Exactly the case even with the petrol and diesel. So retail level oil or retail level alcohol continues to be outside of the ambit of GST, and if this were to be included in GST, and if states stopped being selfish about the revenue they drew from the taxes on liquor, then I think overall the GST numbers, which are hovering around 1.6, 1.62, 1.67 lakh crores a month, should go up drastically. And for whatever reason, that consensus hasn't come through yet. Now, with this input cost reduction, will it translate to output the real cost of liquor that we buy off the shelves? That will have to be seen, but unlikely it will have an immediate impact.
Absolutely. Unlikely it will have any impact for that matter, because experts in the industry are saying that they already pay a part of the central cess, a 2% cess, and that is factored into the alcohol prices at the moment. So net there will be no impact. Prices will not go up
directly of GST, but
prices will not go down.
Input getting cheaper.
But that is already accounted.
Apparently,
that is already accounted into. I mean, because they are already paying a central cess, and that will continue. That will not go away.
Bad news
so bad news
as people who want to enjoy a drink.
But I think if trying to find some hope at the end of the tunnel, it's not going to get any more expensive from here on. So perhaps by the way of that GST Council decision, it appears that alcohol is not getting cheaper.